Good evening, Miss Jones. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. So
Good.
just thank you for coming to see me today. So just so you know that this session is being videotaped, but no one will be able to see it. Just me and my supervisor. You have full confidentiality. What you say in here stays in here unless you say something that could cause harm to yourself or others. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay. Again, like mentioned, thank you for coming to see me. So what brings you in today?
Um, I'm just dealing with a lot of anxiety when it comes to my school and classes and my RA job. It's just a lot going on.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about your RA job.
My RA job is okay. It's just a lot of dealing with students that have problems of their own too, and then having to take on their problems, and then having to deal with that along with classes. It's just a lot of work.
Okay. And how many classes are you taking this semester?
Right now, I'm taking about 6 classes. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay. So with the classes and your RA job, how much time do you have for free time during that free day?
Not much. I really do not have time for myself. I just kind of have to study in the middle between my job and the classes. So a lot of times it's just me studying and me working or me going to class. So I don't really have much time to relax or let loose.
And so when you become stressed, is that when you're having the anxiety or?
Yes, when I'm stressed mostly, and also when it's like a lot of stuff is pile on top of one another.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And during these anxiety attacks, what happens? Do you get hot flashes? Are you sweating? Are you, I mean,
I
what?
would just say like, sweating along with like fast heartbeats and just flustered altogether.
Okay. And during these periods of anxiety, what do you usually do to calm yourself down?
I try to take a few deep breaths. If I have time, I may go on a walk or drink some green tea or something to relax and calm me down. But sometimes I don't have time, so I just kind of have to deal with the stress. So,
And how does that make you feel?
even more stress. Kind of, you know, not healthy enough to like get it out, let it loose. Yeah.
So, with your feelings of stress, what do you do to relax?
Um, I try to take some time off or like um, read a book, watch a movie, hang out with friends, something
Whenever
for
you have
me.
time, because
Yes.
you usually don't have enough time.
Hmm.
Okay. So, with your 6 classes, are all of them counting towards your major, or is it something that you picked up just to get out of school
Um,
faster? Or?
some of them pertain to my major, and then some of them have a lot to do with just like requirements you have to take for your first couple of years. So some of them are kind of unnecessary, but the ones that are for my major I actually enjoy, so that helps. But
Okay. And the RA position, about how many days per week do you work?
um, at most around like, well, to be an RA you kind of have to work 24/7.
Right.
But I would say about like 2 or 3 days I'm most busy is when I get like the most students coming to me with questions or problems that they have, or freshmen trying to just, you know, get it together and don't know what they're doing. So I would say about 2 days out of the week
Mm-hmm.
is when I have like the most busiest, but an RA is always on duty. They always have to, be in their rooms and be there for other students. So I don't really get a break with that either.
So, how many RAs are in the building that you're currently working in?
I would say about 20. There's about like 10 floors and then two on each floor. So
Okay. So you share the responsibility with another person.
yeah, it's like split up versus which side of the hall we live in. So
Okay. And the other person, does she work about 2 days as the
hmm
busiest as well?
yeah, it's pretty equal between us.
Okay. And then your class schedule, is it like a Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, or certain classes, and then Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or certain classes, and then Tuesday and Thursday?
Yes, it is. Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays I have like the similar schedule, and then on Mondays I have a little bit like of a longer schedule than the rest of the other 2 days. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays it's a similar schedule except for I have an 11:45 on Tuesdays, but then I have 8:30 on Thursdays. So it's kind of like different when it comes to like time management and sleep schedules and everything. So.
Okay, so just let me make sure I'm hearing you correctly. There are about 20 RAs. You share the responsibility with another female RA. There's two of your busiest times during the week, and you have certain classes that are Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and certain classes that are Tuesday and Thursday. But Tuesday and Thursday are different. Like, did I hear you correctly? Okay, and how would you feel about changing your RA schedule to better match the days that you don't have as many classes?
I feel like that may be better because it would take off a lot of the stress from the other classes. But at the same time, I kind of like having that time off during those days to myself. That makes sense. So like if I don't have a class till like 11:45, I could sleep in and I have to worry about my RA job. But then like another day that I would have to do my RA job, things might start to pile up, and I might get more classwork, more homework. So it's kind of like a balance. Either way, it might not be the best option, but.
Well, that could be an option. We'll consider that. Also, I wanted to ask you about, since I know we're in the beginning of the semester, so you still have time to withdraw from some of those courses if they are overwhelming. Do you think there's maybe one course or two that you could let go and maybe pick up at the summertime just to give yourself more time throughout the week?
Yeah, I may be able to drop my English class, which I have from 5 to 7 o'clock at night, which is kind of like not good on like time because it is so late, and then I'm tired by the time I get there, and I'm tired when I get out. So I might have to take that over the summer, and that might free up a lot of time that I could have for more studying or time to myself to just relax after a long day.
Okay. Well, that's also an option that we can look into. So, as far as your anxiety, it usually stems from stress, correct?
Yes.
So, as a homework for this session, let's pinpoint some times where you're the most stressful, and if you could write them down for me and bring them back. And during those times, we'll look and see what exactly you can do. Because you may be in a situation where you won't be able to take a walk. I know you said you like to read a book, things like that. Say you're in the restroom. How do you deal with your anxiety when you're there? Might be different from how you deal with it when you're in a grocery store filled with tons of people. So that's your homework for our next session. And also, could you print out your class schedule? And on the class schedule, just let me know the days and time. And we'll go through some of those classes and see, which one maybe that you can let go of and pick up during the summer, and just get your work schedule to match your class schedule to help you be less stressed and deal with your anxiety. How does that sound?
It sounds really good. Sounds like it could be a really positive plan.
Great. Great. Well, thank you so much for coming to see me.
Yeah.
And I'll see you during the next session. You have a great day.
You too.